Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I knew that uh, for so long now. Uh, I was just looking at the judgment against Mrs. Raymer for the 2000 Ford Expedition, and I share the file. Hopefully, everyone will be able to see it. And I am looking at the judgment dated of May 2nd, 2013. It's North Court Civil Court in Fullerton, 1275 North Berkeley Avenue, where I used to anyway. Too too much information. Now, what in 2000 and I think in 2014 I started um, talking to the attorney, Ford Credit attorney that I know from many years. Actually, I first time knew about that was 2002 when the Contour, was it a Contour? Yeah, it was a Contour, white Contour, my car. But anyway, and Ford been committing crimes for so long. But let's not branch. Not branch. Now, you see, in 2007, when Mrs. Back then was Bittencourt got pregnant, got with me just to bear a child for Derek. And all of this was a setup by the police department, Mr. Bittencourt, Placentia Police Department, Mr. Bittencourt, and Fairway Ford to just to be evil. Because I filed a complaint, not only because of that, because this has been happening since I have my first child. Uh, but let's not branch. She moved out December or November of 2007. And she said, don't worry about it. Everything's going to be okay. Baby's going to be taken care of, because at the time her husband was paying her share of the rent and everything else. Even, all the stroller and the car seat and everything was, all of this was taken care of. Even though I was paying for, for most of the bills, the rent and everything for everyone, including the parents. But let's not. Now, I was at the time under the doctor care, Dr. Cressy, and I was taking antidepressant medication already and sleeping pills, and it's already. And in June 9th, 2000, and I wrote some in Facebook about that back then, and should be there. Shu, June 19, 2009, one day before Father's Day. Matthew was 10 months old, and he was that was his first Father's Day, and I have the shirt. But again, let's not, go with it. What I'm trying to say here that everything was premeditated, everything been planned, and everyone commit all these crimes just because who I am and what I stand for and what my beliefs are. And the thing is, if the just committed the crimes against me, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't, but they didn't hurt me. But my children, all of them, are the one that got victimized and crimes were committed against them. All of them, right? And they still saying, oh well, who said what, and who did what? Okay, including the state and the federal government. Now, here is the judgment, and then I already said the date. Then and all these documents are shared on Facebook, so it should be there, the whole PDF, 74 pages. Now, here is the option contract. Customer name Mo Shubon, and then because that's me, and that's my handwriting and my signature, because I was also the finance manager and co-sign with her, okay, to get you know the finance, so on and so forth. And she got the we're supposed to be, I thought that we I didn't know that I'm gonna go to jail, and and then they're gonna be reported to the social services that I'm committing fraud, and I have this, and the food stamps, and all of what come after that. I was naive. I was just trying to have another family. But anyway, alhamdulillah, I'm not regretting any of my children or alhamdulillah ala kulli shay. Wallahi, I am very pleased and I'm very blessed, alhamdulillah. But anyway, that date was the date, May 23rd, 2007, and it's my signature, my chicken scratch, handwriting, and everything. And this is a call sign notice that I am responsible about. Now, here is the first alarming thing. Notice of a call signer, and that's dated on August 21st, 2010. And I was homeless at the time. I just got out of jail and I was homeless in the streets of Sana'a. Spending some times with the homies now in the hood. But anyway, my address, I didn't know that I moved with Mr. Bittencourt. Muhammad Shibon, 4606 Valley View. And then again, it's written twice. Yorba Linda. Warba Belinda. They don't even spell Yorba Linda right. Maybe Mr. Raymer was there. I'm sorry. Yorba Linda, California, 92887. Isn't that Derek's address? All right. Well, I was there. I moved there, and after got out of the slammer. So this is one notice here, a notice for co-signer, that dear Mr. Shaban, Muhammad Shaban, and the account number and everything. The account number is 0424899398. Date of notice, August 21st, 2010. And here it says that your primary buyer or lessee under the account described above has become past due on the contract. Please keep in mind, as a co-buyer, a co-leasee to the contract, you are also responsible for payments and other obligation on the contract. Okay, this is one notice. Now, I moved all over the place. There is another notice here on July 23rd. This one is supposed to be before, and that's 2010. And I was still residing with Mr. Bettencourt. I was in 4606 Valley View, and they still spell it Warba, Linda, California 92887. All right, they didn't put my phone number because okay, and the Ford number and everything. And thank you for your business. Sincerely, John M. Lane. John, lady. Anyway, now another notice, and that was 6/23rd, June 23rd. That's every month. She was, late every month, and that's when I was, like 1 month after I got out of the slammer. Dear Mr. Shaban, again, and the address is Valley View still. Living with my favorite person, Derek Pudgy, Mr. Pudgy. Anyway, the person that he went there, and he changed his name from the domestic violence court order that I took there, and I couldn't do anything in Orange County. Anywhere, any court I go, I can file like any other normal person. Muhammad Shabana, they just, they are not allowed to file, man. Okay, and the judge and everybody, they take the thing, and they wait, and oh no, I must file what, every other month. Criminal and family and civil and everything. But anyway, all right. So that's three notices. Now this notice here. Oh, then I moved with Mrs. Bettencourt when I was in jail. This time, let me see here. Yeah, I just one day, no, maybe, yeah, I was in jail. May 22nd. No, one day after I got, I remember that day vividly. Spent it on Santa Ana on a bus stop. Yeah, May 22nd, 2010. And I was staying with Mrs. Bettencourt, now at her apartment that Mr. Bettencourt was paying. Unit 310 South Jefferson Street. And oh, my battery. Okay, I'll be back. Sorry about that. Oh, okay, so this time I was at the apartment where I got arrested like 5 times. She was telling me to come and take care of Matthew, and then call the police, the Placentia police. Well, the Placentia police was setting me up. They were doing it with Archstone and everything. Mr. Alex Womborn. Womborn, yes. Alex Womborn, a big drug dealer. And he thought that he's allowed frauding people out of their money and everything and paying $90, so it was $92 or $95 for water each apartment. And the rent was $1,400. Anyway, but Mr. Womborn, right? I paid 28, almost $2,900 deposit to get in that apartment, right? But everybody was, I was a fraud. Everybody else was doing the right thing, okay? Not only against me, but my children. I was a very easy target. FBI, they came and I'm a terrorist in 9/11 and all that. And everybody committed fraud, including everybody, even the state, federal government. And then they got me, they beat me up and, they did everything and they still harassing me until now. Okay, so I was there, got, on May 22nd, one day after I got out of jail. That's another notice. Okay, oh, please don't do that. Anyway, my computer sometimes just act funny. My computer doesn't like me to make these videos, which is, it's public records anyway. And, they didn't say exhibits. I don't know why all these exhibits were. Where all of these exhibits, but they say annoying phone calls, and you have too many exhibits. Annoying phone calls. Somebody text me. Anyway, so let's go back to, here you go. Alrighty. So that was May 22nd, 2010, and I was at B20. That's when Matthew was 10 months old, and he heard me from being tased and everything, screaming, and anyway. And she said that I subjected my son. He has to heal. My children have to heal because of me, because of all the crimes that I have committed. That altogether, again, the time that I spend with my two children, Matthew was born August 7, 2008, and Yasmin, was born in March 1st, 2010. The time I spend with both of them, you can maybe a couple of months if you put it all together. All right. Never lived with. I always have my own place. I never have a relationship with this person that was committing all these crimes, and still is having this clown. But anyway, let me focus here. And no one is looking at exhibits. No one. Federal government, the Department of Injustice, of FBI, no one is looking at exhibits. No one. Okay, now here is another notice. And I was still living with, and this is what I was in jail. April 23rd, 2010, dear Mr. Shaban, as a valued customer, again, because she was late and the payments, and I was in 310 South Jefferson Street, Placentia, California, Unit 20B. Okay, after she moved out of this one, because I don't know what's the reason. Oh yeah, there was drug dealing. One lives. She moved to a different apartment, and I think the conflict started because Mr. Felon. I'm not gonna say his name just to spare him. Moved in, and there were another person downstairs that he was also dealing drugs, and then they start the conflict. It's like the previous marriage, the same thing, similar. All right, and then now when I used to go there, he was, oh, come here, you endangers my children. Yeah, I was endangering, and it was fights. But anyway, let's continue. Let's focus here. So this was April some 23rd. I was still in jail. Here's another notice, and also that was still in that place, and that was smack when I was in. This is right after, yeah. This is after judgment. After the judgment. No, a couple of days. I think the judgment was in February. Yeah, because I spent 101 days altogether in jail because I didn't want to take a deal. And I thought that I have to. I was innocent and I have to fight it and everything. I didn't know that everything was already pre-planned. Anyway, that's still B20, and I never changed my address there. But here you go. Maybe because I got homeless in August of 2009. So this one also, it is, so how many call sign-outs every month? Here's another one. This is 12/23rd 2009 to the same address. Okay, and all of these notices, Ford charging her, I think $30 or $32 for late payment. So they do that because the loan was zero financing for 72 months. So what they did, they wanted everybody to be late, and they started harassing her. Don't. Well, they they do it to each other anyway. And I was supposed to be the terrorist and the fraud. Everybody was, saying Muhammad Shaban is frauding the social services and frauding the banks and frauding and frauding and frauding. Okay, here you go, Muhammad Shaban, and this is December 23rd, 2009. Okay, I was still in jail. That's the day before Christmas. And Christmas day, yes. Okay, that's it. Is it? No, there's still a lot of pages to come. Oh, sorry. Let me see. This is on the 23rd. Let me go on the side here and do this. Alrighty, come on now. Move. My computer is just. Oh, maybe I close. I should close some of these pages. But anyway, you got the point, everybody. You got the point. All right. So this is what in Orange County and the state of California and the federal government has said, I am the terrorist and I am the fraud, and allow themselves to commit crimes against innocent children, including kidnapping. Until now, until now, until now. And they said that this is not Islamophobia, this is not crimes, and this is, I wanted someone to explain it to me. What you call that? Department of Injustice. What do you call that? And it's not like you don't have all the evidence. I'm a loud fighter. I brought it to the attention of the Department of Justice in 2010. As soon as I got out of my invitation with the homies. Anyway, so my computer froze. But this is it. So please, please, stop her. Yeah, kill. Let me kill the pages, and then that's what has been happening, and nobody's explaining to me. No one is explaining to me, and even things also keep frozen. Uh, the video. But anyway, it's maybe it's a bad time to do a video. But anyway, that's it. I just wanted to. I'm helping the authority because they don't say that this is not. Wow, she allow. They allow to do this. They are the owner. I'm a terrorist. I'm a Muslim. I'm a criminal. Like they said about Obama, Mr. Obama. Oh, he admitted that he's a Muslim. Like Muslim is a crime now. To be a Muslim is a crime. He admits. لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله. لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله. Anyway, I just wanted to. I'm not trying to, do wrongdoing to anyone. I'm just clearing all this fraud that has been I've been paying for it for the last 8 years and until now. All this crime was justified just because who I am. And I'm sure that this is committed against a lot of people because I've seen all these crimes I have seen and I'm fighting. Okay? Fraud by the state and the federal government. All right, so please, you can take this anywhere. Okay, right? That's it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And finally, La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah.